English stories. The Ugly Duckling. Once upon a time, a family of ducks lived in a tranquil meadow surrounded by a crystal-clear pond. The duck family were so happy and serene, but they had one little duckling who was quite different from the rest. This duckling was unlike its siblings and parents in its appearance. Its feathers were a dull gray, while the others shone in vibrant shades of white and iridescent green. It looked awkward and clumsy, and its quack sounded out of tune. The other ducklings were teasing and making fun of it, saying, "You're so ugly," they would taunt. "You don't belong here with us. You're not a real duck." It made the duckling feel sad and worried about its appearance. The poor little duckling prefers to hide in the reeds and weep, wishing it could be like its beautiful siblings. It was longing for the love and acceptance that was found in its siblings' eyes. One day, as the duckling was swimming alone in the pond, it noticed a group of swans gracefully gliding across the water. The duckling marveled at their beauty, but it also felt a deep sense of longing to be like them. It wished it could be as elegant and graceful as the swans. Winter arrived, and the meadow turned into a snowy wonderland. The poor ugly duckling struggled to survive the harsh weather and found shelter in an old, abandoned barn. There, it shivered and suffered, but it never lost its hope. It knew that spring would come again. Finally, spring did arrive, and with it, a momentous change in the duckling's life. One sunny day, as it swam in the pond, the swans it had admired approached. With astonishment, they welcomed it into their midst. The little duckling was initially too afraid to believe it, but soon it realized that it had transformed into a magnificent swan. The other swans admired its beauty and grace, and they accepted it with open wings. The once ugly duckling was now one of the most elegant and beautiful birds in the pond. It realized that it was no longer an ugly duckling but a young swan waiting to discover its true self. Moral story. The ugly duckling teaches us that beauty is not just skin deep. It also reminds us that our worth is not determined by our appearance, but by the content of our character.